This video is on how to find news sources through Academic Search Complete. So if you'll notice, I'm on the eConnect page and I am going to scroll down to libraries. I'm going to have to scroll some more. Now I could go down to library services, but in fact, let's try that. Okay, I'm going to go to library services just to show you that you probably don't want to do that. So I'm going to go back here. Now, hopefully you need to go ahead and make sure that you are logged in. So I went back and instead of taking library services, I'm going to Academic Search Complete. This is the only database I want you to use for this assignment. Again, Academic Search Complete only. You're going to click on it. It's going to take you to a login page. Hopefully. Well, I'm already logged in, but you should just be able, it'll say faculty, student, or student faculty login. Go ahead and do that. All right. As it turns out, there are quite a few things about JonBenét Ramsey. So you are going to find two more sources that you can use. Now, not only are you going to put these on Works Cited, you're also going to put them in as in-text citations. So let's just start. It just says find all my search terms. We're just going to put in JonBenét Ramsey. We're going to search, and here are different angles. The murder investigation, suspects might be a good one to go to, crime scene investigation. All of these things will eventually, they should pop up under JonBenét Ramsey, but if you look, let's see how many articles there are on it. Okay, 562. That's not huge, but let's see if we can narrow that down a little bit. Let's go over here. And one of the first things you do is you limit the range that you're looking in, but this is already perfect because she didn't die until December of 96. So 1 month later starts 1997, all the way up to here. I think all of those are relevant. So let that alone. But I see that there are 308 magazines. And in case there's anything even newer than a periodical, a daily newspaper, I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. So that's going to take it to 381. Okay. Now, we've already used this one. So that one's a done deal. We're not going to use that. Now, someone in here has used Perfect Murder, Perfect Town by Lawrence Schiller. And this is a periodical that I suppose would highlight parts of that book that could be used. Here's another one. Read the little blurb and see what it's about. Suggests that mistakes made by Boulder, Colorado police have prevented them from making a case. Okay, now again, we're kind of looking at who we think did it. So staying on the trail. Okay, this one is a little bit intriguing. It is 2 pages long. Let's look on it. Let's see if they name any suspects. You're going to have to do some research and do some reading here. The private world of the parents. So here, even if your counter argument, if you think the boy did it, your counter argument is that the parents did it, or you think the parents did it, and then the counter argument is an intruder, perhaps, then that would be good. So let's just say we're looking, and you're going to have to go through here. The Ramses house, the family members, kind of skim and see where you can go on this. Okay, here we go. Two Boulder police spent 90 minutes searching their summer home in Charlevoix, Michigan, with their 3 cars. Okay, I do not know. Yeah, perhaps there are some things in here, but let's say that you want that. That's something that you want to use. So, what you do over here is you want to email this to yourself. And then not only do you get a copy of this, so I'm going to go ahead and take it over. You don't have to send it to your Dallas College site, but it's nice to do that. Just remember, because you'll be finding at least 2 articles. So I'll say JB for JonBenét 1, so I can recognize it. Okay, so it is defaulted to MLA 8, which is great. Okay, we're going to send it. To your email. And this is what it will look like. That was pretty fast. Here it is. Supported EBSCO. Okay, so here's the permalink where it will take us right back to the article. Okay, just want to show you that. But there's also a bonus in doing this. Go back to my email, and here's the bonus. This is already formatted for you. So I'm doing a Control C. You could do a right click copy. Now, let me just say this, and I didn't show you this at first, but I would have a Microsoft Word document up so that you can paste. Actually, let me go back over. Let me try it again. Maybe I can go right click copy and right click paste. I already have something to put this on. Okay, I'm sorry. It went off of the screen share. I will show you here in a minute what I'm doing, but I copied and I pasted that to a Microsoft Word document. Okay, so that's that for that one. So now let's go back on. I got to get rid of this thing up here. All right, so let's look at some other ones. So I'm doing a back arrow, staying on the trail, no justice for JonBenét. Did an intruder kill her? Okay, that might be a good one too. It talks about, all right, this is the man who on the documentary died believing that there was an intruder. So you definitely would, I would think you would want to read this. So again, these are HTMLs that I'm putting up, and you'll notice they don't have page numbers. So that's one nice thing about that. Okay, so let's say you're looking at this. It's not really a lot. Okay, to me, just looking at it, this is all just speculation. I mean, yeah, if you want to put the stun gun and all that in there, I don't think that would be one that I personally would use. But okay, so oh goodness, here we go. I saw one right after it, the intruder theory. Okay, this is by a different person. It's 2 pages. And again, it's about Lou Smit, but why does he not think that the parents did it? Okay, this one actually is better, I think. Again, I'd have to read it before I decided to send it to myself. But here I'm going to go over to email. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to email it to my Dallas County, but you can, wherever you receive email would be fine. And I'm going to put it's my JB2. Okay, now I'm going to send it. I'm going to go back over here and there it is, JB2. So again, the permalink, and what permalink means, it's not just a link, it will be there 50 years from now. Whereas if you try, sometimes I try sending my daughter links to something on Wayfair or something that I really liked. And when she tries to open it, the link doesn't work. Well, because it's not a permalink. So these are permalink for all time. Okay, until they decide to get rid of the database. So here I'm going to copy my works cited. Okay, I'm going to right click, copy, and you're not going to see this right now, but I will show you shortly. I'm pasting it, like I said, onto this page. Okay. So what I want to do now is go to that page that I keep referring to. So let me see if I can get out of this and if it will let me. Okay, new share. All right, this is where I was copying it. So I would just have one there. Now, let me just say this too. You already have one that we did. Actually, you should have 2. So all told, you should have 4. And we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But first of all, let's go ahead and put works cited. Now this is totally, this is separated because I'm showing you what to do. You can always copy and paste it to the end of your essay. But remember, works cited has to be a new page. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure. I'm going to right click paragraph. Okay, these are not set properly. I'm gonna make these all 0, 0. Okay, I'm gonna go to hanging. I'm going to go to double and do that. Okay, now I need to also take out that extra line there. All right, one more thing I need to do is put it on Times New Roman. $12. And I'm done with that. All right, so now another thing that there are 2 more things we need to do. And let me make this just a little bit bigger here. Yeah, there we go. All right, first thing, it's true, we got this from EBSCOhost, but remember I told you academic search complete. So you're going to type in academic search complete and leave the comma in there. So once you've done that, you might want to wait and do this with all of them. I would copy, and because I don't want to retype it, and the librarian taught us this, so I don't feel bad about it. There we go. So I will count off if you don't put academic search complete. The EBSCO is the big umbrella. Academic search complete is the little umbrella, just like opposing viewpoints. These are all little umbrellas that come out under EBSCO. The other problem I see is that you have to alphabetize, and you have to alphabetize by the last name of the author. If there's not an author, you're going to alphabetize by the first letter of the title. So Glick, the G comes before the P in Pfizer. So I'm going to cut that, right click, cut, right click, paste. Okay. And take out all, it's double space. There's no extra spaces between those. Okay, there you go. Now you got to put your other two in. So what if you're using, I'm going to just write the notes down here. If using, these are not to be put on your works cited, it's just easy for me to write it here. Okay, so notes, here we go. If using Glick's article, you would cite it as follows. Okay, so let's say according to let's say he's doing Lou Smith. An intruder, the assertion that detectives made concerning the basement window was I'm going to say the conclusion that detectives made about, okay, I might have to take that out of the, because I'm writing notes down here. Again, don't write notes on your works cited, it's just works cited. Okay, according to Lou Smith. Okay. I weigh 165 pounds and I easily slipped through the grate and then through the window. Remember, do not put a period there. You're going to put Glick, and an HTML has no period. I mean, I'm sorry, it has no page numbers. So as long as you have an HTML, and notice that it just says page 46. I suppose you could say that. Let's just do that because then it looks better. But yeah, it's on. The only thing is, okay, because it's on one page. If it goes to 2, I don't know if it even would have put 46 to 47, but that's fine. If it gives no page number, this one is actually 32. That's Glick's. Make sure you're looking at the right one. Okay, so I used that one. All right, then this one says page 46. So I would put that in there then. Years have passed since JonBenet's gruesome murder, but plenty of people are still on the trail. I might be retired, but that doesn't mean I'm not following up on leads from way back when. Explains Detective Harrison Ford. I'm gonna just like, okay, and I'm not gonna put a period there, but I'm going to put this person is Pizer and Keen Osborne. And it's page 46. So when I'm looking in the body of your paper, I'm going to do several things. And you probably should do this too. Once you have all of your 4 works cited or even more that you're going to use, you need to do an edit find. Hit find and go and put it up here and go through and find where all you put the name Glick. Okay, if that's the only place and I don't find it earlier in the paper, now keep in mind I don't have the paper written, then you're going to have a problem because everything that you cited here must have in-text citations. All right, and also remember that your works cited is a separate page and it goes to the very top. You have a 1-inch margin, there it goes. There's no line above it. Go up as far as you can go. Okay? So this is, again, keeping in mind that you have got to, let me see if I can, I don't know if it'll let me color all that in because it's not shaded, but I guess I will. You've got to put those in-text citations there. Now notice that there is a URL, there is a permalink here. I will give you a 0 on your paper if that's all you put on the works cited. I will not accept that. It's got to be in proper format. So if you need to have somebody help you with that, if this isn't clear enough, which it should be, because if you're emailing the article to yourself, then you're also doing the works cited. The only thing is you're going to have to go in and change academic search complete. Then you need to let someone know or let me know if you just don't get it. Now, having said that, don't wait until the day that it's due. You need to back up at least 4 days or 3 days to make sure you have enough time. So please remember we talked about time management. You need to have a schedule and allot that amount of time every other day or every day, probably every day, to working on this. You can't wait until the last minute, until the last day. It will not work. You will not get a good grade. That is it with this. So thank you very much.